What we're going to do is to take our view, take our two-dimensional view of the drawing, and arrange it on a paper so that we could prepare it to print. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is to the rhinoceros does have a good layout scheme, but we'll just do this manually for now. Let's draw a rectangle, not a box, but a rectangle. Let's put it onto the default layer and select the rectangle tool. Okay. And zoom in to, let's say, the floor plan. So our first floor plan right there. And let's draw that rectangle. So select somewhere inside your house right there, click, and type in @ symbol. So it's relative point. We're going to go draw a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So 8.5 comma 11. So at 8.5 comma 11, enter. Okay. In this house, the computer has drawn this cube house thing at 1:1 scale. That means that an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper is that big, right? Because the stairs are, what was it, 11 inches? No, I'm sorry, 10 inches. So it's about that length across. So if you are a human scale right there, you are that tall, and these should be about 6 feet tall or something. And your paper in this space is about yay big. Okay. We want to print several of these line drawings to an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Does it fit? No. So what we're going to do is to, one, scale this paper up so we'll find out what this looks like. Okay. We're going to discuss scale factor a little bit later, but just trust me on this. So type in scale, enter, and select that piece of paper that you just made, and enter. Select the corner of it, and this scale factor is going to be, well, let's try 48. 48 would be that size of paper at a 1/4 inch scale. So 1/4 inch equals 1 foot 0. So that would be this 1/4 scale right there. Okay, so if I say enter, that is the size of the paper at 1/4 inches scale. So we just kind of scale the paper up to represent what it would look like if we had printed it onto an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay, so if I have this thing, I could probably barely get one drawing in here, right? So I'm going to Control Z, and maybe I should use a smaller scale. So scale, select the corner, and then type in 96, which is a scale factor for 1/8 inch scale. Enter. And the paper looks much, much bigger on this thing because your drawing is going to be represented, or your house is going to be represented at a smaller scale. Let's do a horizontal format. So we'll turn this 90 degrees. And when we do that, you could lay out several sheets of paper somewhere along the area, and go ahead and move your elevation in that spot right there. Okay. Not all 4 of them will fit, so what I'm going to do is to select at least 2 of them. Also shift to select the ground plane as well, and hit the Alt key, so I am now copying that drawing. Of course, I could then select that original part and delete it and move, oops, Shift key, select all of this guy plus the ground using the Shift key and move it right into that paper space. Alright, so there I have my ground plane that goes all the way across, and the 4 elevation on one sheet of paper. Okay, of course I should line this all up. Like I said, if we had it all equal distance and stuff, it would look much cleaner. So balance it out the best you could, and it should probably be all on, it should all be centered on the page as well. Okay, so there I have my first drawing. I could always trim the excess land or the ground plane, and there I have an elevation for my drawing, or I'm sorry, a drawing for my elevation. Dyslexia.